Do you know that a bad throttle position sensor drops your fuel efficiency by 20%? This means you're wasting more money at the pump and driving a car that feels rough and sluggish. I see this problem coming all the time, and most drivers think only mechanics can fix it. But resetting your TPS is very easy. You just need some basic tools, and you can do it yourself right at home in under 8 minutes. In this video, I will show you 4 methods to reset your TPS while saving $450. Before you jump into resetting, you need to know the warning signs of a bad throttle position sensor. I've seen these symptoms over and over in the shop, and they're easy to spot once you know what to look for. First, pay attention to your idle speed. Your engine should hold a steady rhythm when you're parked or stopped, but with a bad TPS, it can bounce up and down, rev too high like it's racing, or dip too low until it almost shuts off. Drivers often think it's a fuel pump or spark plug issue, but many times it's just the sensor misreporting the throttle position. Acceleration problems are another big one. You step on the gas expecting smooth power, but instead the car hesitates, jerks, or takes a second to respond. Some people describe it as the car thinking about it before moving. That delay is often the TPS feeding the wrong information to the engine computer. Then there's the check engine light. Modern cars are quick to tattle when something's off, and a failing TPS almost always triggers a CEL. A simple scanner usually shows codes pointing to throttle issues. Ignoring that light can lead to bigger repairs down the line. Stalling is another classic sign. I've seen cars die out at a red light or even in the middle of merging onto a highway, all because the TPS was confused. When the sensor sends the wrong signal, the engine doesn't get the fuel-air balance it needs, and it just quits. And don't forget fuel economy. A miscalibrated TPS can mess up the air-fuel ratio, forcing your engine to guzzle more gas than necessary. Even a 10 to 20% drop adds up fast. Imagine filling up an extra tank or two every month for no reason. That's wasted money you could easily save. So if your car is idling roughly, lagging on acceleration, stalling unexpectedly, showing a check engine light, or draining your wallet at the pump, don't ignore it. These are all warning signs pointing to your throttle position sensor. And the best part, a simple reset at home can often fix the issue without a pricey trip to the mechanic. Now that you know the symptoms, let's talk about fixing them. In some cases, replacing the throttle position sensor is the long-term solution, but many problems can actually be solved just by resetting or reprogramming it, and that's always worth trying first because it's free. How to fix or reset your TPS. Resetting the TPS is simple with these short fixes. Method number 1, idle relearn procedure. Depending on your car, the throttle position sensor may need a special idle relearn after a reset. This lets the ECU reprogram itself and figure out the correct throttle range. The exact steps vary by vehicle, but here are the most common procedures. Start the engine and let it idle. For some cars, all you need to do is start the engine and leave it running. Don't worry if the RPMs shoot up higher than normal. That's just the ECU recalibrating. Run it for 3 minutes, shut it off, then run it again. Other vehicles may require you to let it idle for 3 minutes, turn it off completely, then restart and let it idle for another 3 minutes. This cycle helps the ECU adjust step by step. Turn the key on, let it idle, then turn it off. Some cars only need a quick on-off process. Turn the key to the on position, let the engine idle for a while, then switch it off. Simple as that. Drive at highway speeds. In certain vehicles, you'll need to drive at around 40 miles per hour or highway speeds. Accelerate and decelerate a few times to give the ECU a full range of throttle movement to learn from. The important thing here is to check your car's manual or look up the correct procedure for your model. Once the idle relearn is complete, the TPS should be fully calibrated and your engine will respond much more smoothly. Method number 2, battery disconnect reset. The first and easiest way to reset your throttle position sensor is by disconnecting the battery. This clears the ECU's memory and forces it to relearn the throttle position from scratch. It's simple, cost-free, and works on most cars. Here's how to do it. Pop the hood and locate your battery. Use a wrench to loosen the negative terminal, the black cable, and disconnect it. Leave it disconnected for about 10 to 15 minutes. This gives the ECU time to clear out old data. Now reconnect the battery. Attach the negative terminal back to the post. Tighten it securely so you've got a solid connection. With the battery reconnected, it's time to perform the reset procedure. Turn the ignition key to the on position, but don't start the engine. Press the gas pedal all the way down, then slowly release it. This tells the ECU the full range of your throttle. Wait about 10 to 20 seconds for the ECU to adjust and save the new position. Start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes while the system fine-tunes itself. Before you hit the road, check for fault codes. Plug in an OBD2 scanner and make sure no new codes are showing. If the check engine light is gone, you're good. Finally, take the car for a short test drive. Pay close attention to how it idles, accelerates, and responds to your foot on the gas. If everything feels smooth, congratulations. You just reset your TPS at home. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Method number 3, wiring check and repair. Sometimes the throttle position sensor itself isn't bad at all, it's the wiring. Over time, wires can loosen, corrode, or get damaged, and that makes the sensor send the wrong signals to the ECU. Before you spend money on a brand new TPS, it's always smart to check the connections. Here's how to do it. Locate the TPS wiring harness. It's usually a small plug connected directly to the throttle body. Inspect the connector. Look for loose pins, broken clips, or signs of corrosion, that green or white crusty buildup. Clean the connector. If you see dirt or corrosion, use electrical contact cleaner and a small brush to gently clean it. Make sure the connection is dry before plugging it back in. Tighten the fit. Ensure the plug snaps back firmly into place. A loose connection can cause the ECU to read false signals. Check the wires. Look for frays, cracks, or damage in the wiring itself. If you find damaged wires, they may need to be repaired or replaced. Once you've cleaned and secured the wiring, reset the sensor again using method 1 or 2. Many times, this simple fix restores full function without replacing the TPS at all. If resetting and checking the wiring doesn't solve the problem, your throttle body itself might just be dirty. Carbon buildup can confuse the throttle position sensor, and cleaning it often fixes rough idling, hesitation, and poor mileage. Method number 4, clean the throttle body. Step 1, find and disconnect the throttle body. Pop the hood and look between the air filter box and the engine intake. That's usually where the throttle body sits. Not sure? Have someone press the gas pedal while the engine is off. The part that moves is your throttle body. Disconnect the battery to stay safe, then remove the air duct or hose connected to it. Pro tip, label the hoses with masking tape so you remember where they go when reassembling. Step 2, spray the cleaner. Put on gloves and safety glasses. Throttle cleaner is strong stuff. Spray directly onto the throttle body's butterfly valve, coating both sides. If you've got a cable throttle, gently open the valve by hand. For electronic drive-by-wire throttles, press the gas pedal instead. Never force it open by hand. Let the cleaner sit for about 10 minutes to break down the grime. Step 3, scrub the dirt away. Use a soft toothbrush to loosen dirt and sticky deposits inside. Wipe clean with a rag or paper towel. Repeat with more cleaner if needed until the metal shines. Be careful not to soak sensors and clean up any spills. For extra smoothness, add a tiny drop of oil where the throttle shaft meets the body. Step 4, optional, clean the MAF sensor. The mass airflow sensor also plays a big role in engine performance. Find it between the air filter and throttle body and remove it with a screwdriver. Spray MAF cleaner about 10 to 15 times on the tiny wire inside, then let it air dry for an hour. No wiping is needed. Step 5, reassemble and test. To reconnect the hoses, tighten the clamps and hook the battery back up. Start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes. Take it for a test drive and you should notice smoother acceleration, better idle, and improved gas mileage. Pro tip, cleaning your throttle body isn't just a one-time fix. Do it every 30,000 miles or whenever you notice rough idling or poor performance. A little maintenance here can keep your car running strong for years. If none of the reset or cleaning methods work, then it's time for the last option, replacing the throttle position sensor completely. Method number 5, full replacement. A bad TPS can't always be saved, and when it's worn out or damaged, replacement is the only way to get your car back to normal. Step 1, locate the TPS. The throttle position sensor is usually attached to the throttle body. It's a small black plastic piece with a wiring connector plugged into it. Before touching anything, disconnect the battery to avoid any electrical issues. Step 2, remove the old sensor. Unplug the wiring connector, check for corrosion while you're at it. Use the right size screwdriver or socket to remove the screws holding the TPS in place. Gently pull the sensor off. Be careful not to damage the throttle body. Step 3. Install the new sensor. Line up the new TPS in the same position as the old one. Secure it with the screws and reconnect the wiring harness. Make sure the connection is firm and snug. Step 4. Reconnect and reset. Reconnect the battery. Perform the reset procedure, method 1 or 2, so the ECU can learn the new sensor's position. Step 5. Test drive. Start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes. Take the car for a short drive and check how it accelerates, idles, and responds. If the TPS was the problem, the difference would be obvious right away: smooth power and better fuel efficiency. Replacing a TPS at a shop can cost $400 to $450, but doing it yourself at home usually costs less than $50 to $100 for the part. That's a huge saving, and with a little patience, it's a repair most car owners can handle. Found this video helpful? Then be sure to watch this one next, where I'm sharing 5 secrets to make your engine last forever.